Yo! What's up, YouTube? I am back with an all-new video for you, and in this video, we're gonna do a Q&A. All right, that was very, like, hyper energy. I promise the whole video won't be like that. But in this video, I want to do an all-new Q&A to welcome back some new subscribers to this channel. I'll be answering all of these wild questions that I asked my YouTube audience or my Instagram audience as well. So stick around for the whole video because at the end, I have a gift for you. What's up, chat? I want to make this video for a very long time, a Q&A video. And excuse my ruler microphone here. I just want it to be kind of funny. But anyways, I actually did a poll on my Instagram like 3 different times because I've been like waiting to make this video for so long that like I did 3 different Q&As and I compiled all the questions and I chose the best ones. So in this video, this Q&A, I'll be answering a lot of random questions that you guys asked. And if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me on Instagram. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. First question on the board. How do you balance traveling for work versus your relationship? Great question. For those who don't know, I am a professional public speaker and I travel all around the country. I mean, like I'm on the road like probably 30 weeks out of the year. And I have a fiance, my fiance Kat. So, how do I balance traveling on the road for work and my relationship? Well, is the answer is it has not always been perfect. In fact, in the beginning of me starting my business, it was actually really hard. Like Kat and I would get into so many fights, we get into so many different arguments because we were on different pages. Like she's a full-time kindergarten teacher, I'm a professional public speaker. We have 2 different schedules. But there were times when I'd be getting off of work, she'd be going to bed, and it was like we were never on the same page. So what actually started to help was we ended up buying a relationship card game. It's called We're Not Really Strangers. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it. It's this game right here. And We're Not Really Strangers is like, I'll link them in the description, but conversational cards that you can pick from, and they're like couples names. So like there's like, what warning would you give yourself about me at the start of our relationship? We'll do that game sometimes, especially when we're on the road apart from each other, just to like keep the intimacy alive. Because honestly, being in a different state from Kat is tremendously hard, and it's easy to lose that connection. So this card game right here, this conversational card game, has literally saved our relationship. When I'm back home, we try our best to at least pick like 3 things that we can do together that week. So if I'm home for a week, like 3 of those days that I'm home are just for the relationship. Like no work, no nothing, just getting back together and talking about and catching up and just being in each other's company. So mixture of the card game on the road, FaceTimes, of course, but when I'm back home, it's like we try our best to pick 3 date nights to go on consecutively, to really just get back in the swing of things. Next question. Can you say 6'7"? All right, for this next part of the video, I want to treat this topic and this question with a lot of seriousness that it deserves. I know I've been very playful in the beginning, but this question is a very much of a sensitive topic, especially to me, and especially for anyone that's could be watching this. So I do want to offer a trigger warning before I answer this question. How does one quit self-harm after doing it for so long? I appreciate the person that asked this question. Me personally, I have a small experience with self harm. And one of the things that I learned in my experience was I was always trying to escape a painful experience. But not only that, I was trying to cause myself more pain because of the painful experience. And that may or may not connect with you, but for me, what I realized is I didn't have an adequate way of managing my big feelings, and I thought I deserved that pain. And the truth of the matter is you don't deserve that pain. And there is a better and healthier way to deal with the pain. So one of the biggest things that I learned after really trying to quit my own self-harming behavior was trying to replace that behavior with something else. So whenever I felt intense, whenever I felt like I wanted to release or escape, going for a walk outside was probably one of the best things, changing my environment. So when you're going for a walk outside, like you're literally not in the same space in the place that's causing you the pain. So one of the things that I would do when I was self-harming, I would always isolate and go by myself. But when I'm out in nature, like going outside, I'm literally around people. I don't gotta talk to them per se, but just being outside of that negative environment was a big help. The second thing that was a big help for me was finding a therapist. Like I know that gets thrown around a lot, but like finding a therapist is like extremely helpful because what therapy helped me learn is not only healthier ways, but talking about these things. Like, it was interesting. Like, for me, the pattern was whenever I felt alone, whenever I felt very embarrassed, whenever I felt very sad, I wanted to go inward. And the problem with going inward that way is you're almost creating a negative like equation. But when you're talking with somebody, it's a positive. So a therapist is literally you talking to somebody about the problems and they can help you assign vocabulary words, like words to use when you're feeling this way. I didn't even know when my parents were getting this divorce, I didn't know what depression was. I didn't. I had no idea. I probably knew a little bit of what test anxiety was, but I didn't know what it meant to feel this like deep dark sense of sadness that I didn't know how to escape. So doing that was the only way. But the best thing that I learned in therapy was the importance of understanding your triggers. So if you are triggered by your maybe unhealthy home life, or maybe a bad unhealthy relationship or a friendship, or even if you are learning that you are in one of those situations, the best thing you could do is be aware of your triggers. Because sometimes all of this, it's almost like automatic, right? You feel angry, you feel sad, and you jump to that. But if you could bring awareness to what is triggering me right now, and not only that, but where is it triggering me? This might sound weird, friends, but like asking yourself, where do you feel the pain? Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your face? Is it in your fingers? I don't know. Like where do you feel the pain? So many times we don't even acknowledge A, what's triggering us, and B, where do we even feel triggered? Because all that we do is we literally skip over that and we just jump to hurting ourselves. But my recording stopped. I don't know why it stopped. I gotta see this. My recording stopped, chat. I was saying we are a human being that deserves to be loved and we deserve help. So literally changing my environment by going for a walk or even changing your emotional state. So going to take a shower, going to a therapy appointment is tremendously helpful. And also I will include some helpful resources in the description below for if you are in crisis, the National Suicide Hotline, which you can call or text 24/7. Or there's also self-harm resources that I will connect in the description below. Will I come back to Sharon? Yes. So for those who don't know, like I said, I speak in middle schools and high schools and colleges all around the country. But Sharon, Massachusetts is where I'm originally from. And I've been there twice now. And yes, I'll be coming back to Sharon sometime in 2026. So stay tuned for that. But yes, I'm coming back to my hometown to present. Can't wait. Other question. Have I ever gone fishing? I have gone fishing. But chat, I'm not that good at fishing. So my grandpa, he since passed away. Rest in peace. But my grandpa, he used to always take me fishing down the Cape. And I remember one day he took me down the Cape under this big bridge and we're fishing. And he gave me one of his poles and I did the casting thing where you're about to cast it out into the water. But when I went back like this, the pole left my hand and it fell and I cracked it. It cracked on this big rock. When I say I was so embarrassed, my grandpa looked at me, and this was a guy that rarely ever spoke. He didn't speak a lot, but his eyes, he was angry at me and I was so embarrassed, chat. So since then, I have not gone fishing, but I want to try it again. Any new merch coming soon? Well, my friends, this is the moment I wanted to announce at the end of the video. So make sure to stay tuned for the end of the video. What's my biggest regret? You know, honestly, when I get this question of like, what's my biggest regret? I don't have any. I don't have any regrets. I know that's kind of corny and cheesy, but it's true. Like, if you had regrets, then that would then mean that you regret choosing the decision that you made. Now, of course, there are things that I have done in my life that have not been pleasant and have been very hurtful. However, those things have taught me lessons that have made me become the person I am today. So if I regretted doing any of those things, would I be the same person I am today with the knowledge and wisdom that I have? And on top of that, would I be the same person in the same space with the knowledge and wisdom that I could share with you? Right? Because like when I think about that, friends, like if I had regrets, I wouldn't know about how to answer any of these questions, like the self-harm question, right? Like, of course, no one wants to cause harm to themselves. And I'm not necessarily glad that I did those things, but I am grateful for the lessons that I learned from doing those things. You know, like it was painful being broken up with. It was painful being a survivor of domestic violence. Those things are very painful. And I've also learned so many things about those experiences that have made me the person I am today. So no, I don't have any regrets. I don't, because they made me the person I am now, and I love who I am now. All right, chat. This is the honest last question. Top time-killing things to do at the airport. I love to go to the luxury lounge. Now, but before you call me bougie, let me explain. I go to the luxury lounge because I get access to the luxury lounge via my credit cards. So my camera died. So I'm just gonna answer the question here. I get access to luxury lounges through my credit card. And because I travel so much for work, I get a chance to utilize these luxury lounges, and I get free food, I get free drinks, and I get a free place to nap. So those are my 3 favorite things to do when I'm literally in the airport. I like to eat free food, I like to get my free lemonade, and I love to take free naps. Walking through the airport, which is always overstimulating, I love to put on some music, or even just no noise at all, just to have the frequency playing, the white noise frequency. And it just keeps me very calm and settled. And when I take off, and I'm off in the air, I'm doing my thing, and I come back, I'm so relaxed. So luxury lounges, if you can afford it, if you can find a way to do it, it's the ultimate time killer in the airport. All right, that's all I got for the Q&A, but then I wanted to make sure that I upheld my promise to all of you. So if you are watching this video right now, you are now a part of an elite secret club that gets an access code to my merch store. Now, the rules are you can use Wes10 for 10% off and free shipping on me. All you gotta do is go to weswoodson.store, the official merch store, and purchase something there. Now, the thing is about this merch, there is so much more merch coming in 2026 that I cannot wait to show you, but I wanted to give you a quick fun gift from me to you, to use Wes10 for 10% off and free shipping on all merch. So go to weswoodson.store or just go to weswoodson.com and click shop, and you'll be brought right there. But my friends, that is for you. I always want to do that. I've always wanted to give like merch, like discounts on merch. Well, I'm glad I can now. So I am about to finish up this video. If you are still here, thank you so much for watching this quick Q&A video. I hope it gave you a chance and a quick lens in getting to know me more. If you want to see more videos like this, comment that below. Matter of fact, I want to do a cool thing. If you're still watching this video and you made it to the very deep end of this video, drop a mango emoji in the description or in the comment section below, and I'll reply with a mango emoji just so I know we're locked in together, twin. But yeah, thanks for locking in with me. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.